Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, it's a beautiful day here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and we are with REMAX Capital Properties Live today. I am Rebecca Hess.
And I'm Tammy Facemeyer.
We thought we would join you today and talk about, I guess first off, some of our favorite traditions for Christmas. Now that we're how many days away from Christmas? 2 weeks?
Yes.
2 weeks away from Christmas, so we thought we'd share some of our favorite traditions, and I'm gonna let you start with that because we're kind of lame, I'm gonna be honest with you.
We have started a new tradition, well, not new, we've been doing it for the last 11 years, but newer. But every Christmas Eve we go out and we check out the lights that the different folks in the city have put up, and then we go out to dinner, come home, get snuggled in our jammies, and we watch the Polar Express on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that for the last 11 years. So
Do you just go out to the neighborhoods around town?
we do. We just kind of
lights?
just drive around, spend a couple hours out driving, and then we just hit dinner and go home.
That's awesome. We did one year. We did do that. It's not a tradition because we've only done it once, but it was fun. We got into separate cars and drove around like a Christmas light scavenger hunt, and had to find Christmas lights that we'd say go find a Grinch and then you'd have to take a picture of it and send it to the group so you could get the most things done in our hour's time. It was really fun. But some of the lights out there are amazing.
They're incredible, and they've been up for a while.
Yeah.
So if they do the trolley tours around town, and so
Yeah.
it's something fun we like doing. It's no phones, no electronics. It's just us in the car enjoying the Christmas lights.
That's awesome. That's a great tradition.
Yeah. So what does your family do for Christmas?
Well, it is just Colin and I home now. We did have 10 kids at home at one time, right? So our traditions then were pretty typical. We would do Christmas pajamas every Christmas Eve, and then we would do a big Christmas breakfast on Christmas morning. But about 5 years ago, we kind of changed it up and decided to travel on Christmas. And I know that's kind of a thing for some people now. We went on a cruise, and we only had 3 kids left at home, and they said it was their favorite Christmas they've ever had.
That's wonderful.
So we don't have anyone's little waiting for Santa Claus anymore. They're kind of okay with wherever Santa Claus meets them. They're good. They don't need to wake up for their Christmas tree. But we try every Christmas to go somewhere, and we went on our cruise in 2019, and then COVID hit. So we didn't do anything in 2020, but we've been to Hawaii one year, and we're going to go on a cruise again this year. We went to Orlando, Disney World last year, which was chaos on Christmas. If you've ever done that on Christmas, I don't know what I was thinking, but that was fun. So we like to travel. I will say my adult kids have a tradition. They do not include us in it. And part of me is a little bent out of shape about that. And then part of me actually thinks it's really awesome that my adult kids do this on their own. They go out for Chinese food on Christmas Day in the afternoons. They get together and they all go out for Chinese food, and they leave mom and dad at home. So if we are home and they're around, that's what they do, and we're not invited. I don't know when they started that tradition, but they've been doing it for about 6 or 7 years now.
Do they at least bring you a fortune cookie home?
They bring
or
us
something?
nothing. They don't include us. They don't invite us. And as a mom, I love that they do that. I'm okay to not leave my house on Christmas Day if we're home. Yeah. But like I said, the last 5 years we've been going somewhere. So we're looking forward to. We're going to go to the Bahamas this year, and it should be pretty fun. So,
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of traditions here at REMAX Capital Properties, we have a tradition that we've done for several years now.
Yes.
And that is our little Merry Mondays with Homie the Elf. And
the little elves are so cute.
they're adorable. But Homie goes around the different areas in the community here, and we get to guess where he's at.
Yeah, which I love because you learn more about the communities too, things in the community that I didn't even know we had.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Which is kind of fun. So
Yeah. Last week, Homie the Elf was at the Wrangler Boot Barn, the big red building downtown. If you're not familiar with it, which I'm not, it's pretty epic. So go out and check that out. So if you guessed that last week, great job. We do have our winner coming in today to get their $200 that they won.
And how do you win on that one? It gets posted on Facebook, right?
They get posted on Facebook. They have to like and share. They have to tag 2 friends and make their guess on where Homie is each week.
And we are not eligible,
no,
is my understanding, correct?
No.
Okay.
But this week's clue was up on the Facebook page. They go up every Monday. So here it is again. If you
I can read the clue if you want.
Wanting to participate and for a chance to win $200.
Okay, so here's our clue for Homie the Elf this year. It is pinned to the top of our list is spending quality time with loved ones during the holiday season. This week's spot is an excellent location to do such a thing. Whether out for a date night, in need of a sweet spot for team building, or craving a family outing, this spot down the road from the Wrangler is a winner. Now I'm trying to think where that might be.
I know
Okay.
where it is.
You know where it is?
I know where it is, but I'm
Okay.
not telling anybody. So
Interesting. Where else
check
can
out-
they find the clue? On Facebook?
Yep, REMAX Capital Properties Facebook page. It's
Okay.
on there. So go ahead and
Awesome.
take your guess.
And hopefully I'd love to see one of my clients
Or,
or
one of mine.
somebody win that $200.
Yep.
That's always helpful.
I do
for
know you have to
Christmas.
be a local to win, so we're not going to mail
Okay.
you $200 if you're,
Okay. Yeah.
out in New York
Awesome.
and guessing for us. But
That'd be pretty impressive if they were in New York and guessing where Merry Monday is, where the location is.
yeah,
That
well,
would
we do
be-
have a lot of folks who come here
That's true.
outside of state. So,
That's true. Well, sorry, that's not a Christmas tradition, but a December tradition. Don't you guys usually go out to New York for a Bills game?
we do. Yep.
At least once
Yep,
a year,
every
right?
November. Yeah.
Fun.
So go Bills.
That's awesome.
So it's holiday time, so let's talk home safety tips for the holidays.
Yeah, which is something good to think about, especially if you are traveling. A lot of people do travel,
Yeah.
and I think if I remember correctly, this is supposed to be one of the busiest traveling years that we've had in a long, long time.
Yes.
I know Thanksgiving was, and I think Christmas will be the same. So we thought we'd share some tips on how to keep your home safe while you're traveling, but also just through the Christmas season to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of sounds like a no-brainer, but I know here in our area, some people still leave their doors unlocked. So the big thing is securing your home. We
Yeah.
know that people are buying gifts and, keeping them safe, keeping your home safe, keeping your family safe, just keeping your home secure, locked, windows locked, doors locked.
Yeah.
Things like that is a big to-do, especially this time of year.
Yeah, well, and I'm thinking too, just thought of with people dropping off, when you have your FedEx packages
Yeah.
or your stuff like that. I know you guys have a box in front of your house for that kind of stuff,
do,
and I have
yeah.
some clients that do that. I know it's not your home, but trying to keep your stuff safe when it's delivered. I would hope in Cheyenne we don't have porch pirates, but I'm
Right.
assuming we do, right? Because they're everywhere.
Right.
They're trying to keep those kind of things safe.
Yeah,
and secure. Yeah.
keep your packages safe.
Yeah.
Or if you know when they're going to be delivered, trying to have someone there who
Yeah.
can just, gather them up so that they're not sitting out on your front porch all day long. Whether it be a trusted neighbor or
Yeah.
something along those lines. So
To get them picked up so
Yep.
nobody gets tempted to do that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you said trusted neighbor. That's a really great idea, having somebody close by that knows when you're going to be gone
Yep.
and can kind of keep an eye on houses and stuff. I did just have a client this last week that I was with, and he said, hey, let me know, the house is vacant, but let me know if anybody's showing, because I do have a neighbor watching the house and I don't want to get one of those phone calls. So he just lets him know. But I think that's a smart idea to have a trusted neighbor to kind of watch out for your
Yeah.
place, and you do the same for them.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming, so.
And with the traveling, we all know you're going to be gone, but keeping it limited on social media. People
Yeah.
are out there watching what homes are vacant, what people are going to be traveling and things like that. And, maybe your Christmas stuff isn't there, but the rest of your life is still in that home. So
Yeah.
keeping that safe and so just kind of limit when and where you're at. Maybe
Yeah.
post after you're home or something along those
Yeah,
lines.
well, and we are going to be gone, but we have always tried to keep pet sitters or something, because we leave our pets, right?
Yeah.
So we have somebody there who comes and goes and takes care of things. So try to feel safe that way. But yeah, definitely do not post it on social media.
Yeah.
Right? Here's my address and here's where I will be for the next 6 days. Probably not the best idea. As tempting as we are, as
I
it
know,
is
we're
to post, I'm
big-
heading to the Bahamas.
big shares with social media, but
Yeah, for sure. Probably not a great idea. Good idea. Okay.
This one, it didn't happen in the holidays, but fire safety. This one's important to me. We did lose our home to a fire back in 2019. So anything you can do to help keep yourself safe with fire safety.
Yeah.
And I know we talk fire safety all the time with checking your smoke detectors and, changing the batteries, but maybe if you missed it during the time change this year, maybe go through and change
Yeah.
those.
Good time to do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Inspect your lights. They've been sitting all year in a bin in your barn or in your garage or something. So make sure that they're all working properly. You don't have one that's always blinking out of control while the
Yeah.
rest of them are on or
Yeah.
off or
So that's
things
good
like
advice.
that.
Yeah, that's good. We have, and I know you can have timers on a lot of these things
Yep.
too, so they're not left on all the time, but you can have timers set, which I know we've done at our house, and it actually is way more convenient for us to do it that way.
You're not going and plugging in.
Yeah, which is awesome, but yeah, that's a great option too.
You know, like we talked about the Christmas lights in the community and stuff, and some of them are incredibly and over the top, amazing lights, but keeping those outlets from being overloaded, that's a big one too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Packages, we kind of talked about that. Making sure there's not a lot of packages on your porch and things like that. And we joke about how many FedEx deliveries I get, Amazon deliveries I get every week. Try not to keep those things sitting on your porch for too long. It becomes interesting to people who may be looking. So, right, not to keep a lot of packages and stuff outside. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Okay. What else we got? Oh, well, using technology. Set your home alarms. That's like isn't that like the worst thing if something does happen to your house or break in and you had an alarm you didn't use?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using the alarms, using the technology that's available to you, because so many things are connected to your phone. So if you're going to be, out for the day or maybe an overnight thing, there's so many things in the area between here and Denver that is offered to you. So using those smart technology apps and things like that for your
and we know when we show houses that we're being recorded because somebody's always watching. So hopefully most people have like their door cameras and ring cameras and things like that you can see what's going on in your house all the time, even though we're out and about and busy, right? The other thing I was thinking too is, and this isn't a home safety, but we do get out of school for the holidays. We don't have any kids in school anymore, but you have kids in school.
I still have kids in school,
When are kids out for the holidays?
They're there this week and next week, and then they're out. So next Friday.
We'll have more, hopefully, kids running around and things going on. So just be careful with that too, right? Yeah, that's good. Good. Okay, let's see. You talked about smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors. We did have our carbon monoxide detectors go off 1 year, and I'm pretty sure it was either December or January, and we had to sit in our cars in our front yard with the heaters on because it was so cold while the fire department came in just to decide it was a low battery.
Yep. One of my best friends just called the other night. She said, fire department's here. We're all like in a panic. What's going on? And it ended up being a low battery that, it's not something you think about every day, but I know it was a little stressful for the rest of the night, just thinking maybe we bought a defective smoke detector, maybe the battery. So having those tested and checked regularly.
Yeah. Well, and I know the fire department is so good about responding to that. They were so good with us. I mean, we actually had family in town, so I think we had 3 car fulls of people sitting in our driveway as they were in testing everything. But it's just one of those things you just don't want to assume everything's okay.
Correct.
Especially when it's carbon monoxide, right?
Right.
So definitely make that phone call. They're good to come out and help. They're really professional about that, so that's good. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, don't overload outlets.
Yep, that's
kind of a big deal.
Yep.
Is it still the same though? Because I know a lot of these Christmas trees you can connect, or they all connect or something.
Yeah, they've made the technology a lot better with our Christmas lights and stuff. But I know if you're like me, I still have my 20-year-old Christmas lights that we get out every year. So, maybe it's time to upgrade those.
I know growing up we had that where you hook one into one end and then the other one, and before you know it, you got 10 of them.
Yes.
Right?
It was chained across.
Or maybe not the best practice when it comes to safety, fire safety. That's funny. Okay, and then I think, did you mention candles?
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Okay.
We all love the candles. We all love how amazing they make our home smell and cozy and everything like that. But be mindful if you know that you're lighting candles, make sure you know who's lighting the candles so you know which ones are on in the home. They have the awesome candle warmers now, so you don't have to light an actual flame. But we still have a friend who puts candles on their Christmas tree.
Oh, I haven't seen that in years.
Yep. So it's beautiful, but
I bet.
I'm always like,
yeah.
But
that'd be stressful. Especially if you've lived through a house fire before, that would be stressful.
Right. But, they are very responsible with how they're doing it. They know who's lighting them. They know how long that they need to be lit for and things like that. But just know if you've got one in the bathroom, one in the kitchen, one, how many you're lighting, and that person is responsible for always lighting and always turning them
That's
off.
a good idea. Just have the one person doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. thinking too, out and about. I'm excited for this Christmas season just because I feel like it feels Christmassy.
It does.
I don't know, maybe because it's been so cold here. It is beautiful today, but we've had wind, we've had snow. It feels cold, but it feels Christmassy.
It does feel Christmassy. And, you know, I was out in the stores the other day and there was a lot of people out there, but everybody was cheerful and
Yeah,
everybody was
I
smiling
love
and
that.
it wasn't the stress. You weren't feeling stress.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So it's great to think about safety measures and making sure that this holiday season you're able to be safe in everything that you do and everywhere you go, and especially keeping your house safe.
yes.
And then as a push out there for 2026, if you're thinking about buying a home, don't go crazy spending money, especially if you're thinking about buying a house in 2026, because it will catch up to you.
Yes,
correct?
it will. Yep. Those credit cards, you tend to go overboard on Christmas. We
Yeah.
want it to be special and amazing for everybody, but if you're looking to buy, that debt could impact your
Yeah,
buying power
for sure.
going into 2026. So.
Sure. Yeah, and I think next week we're going to do some predictions. Well, maybe a year-round roundup. Is that how we say it for the 2025?
Yeah.
How that's looked and what we think is happening in 2026. But I think for the next couple of weeks, these holidays here in Cheyenne, it's a great place to be for Christmas.
It is. It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
amazing, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
I will be in the Bahamas, which I will love to. But it is a beautiful place to be for Christmas.
Yeah.
So. Thank you for joining us today. Again, it's REMAX Capital Properties. We're live today. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions that we missed today on how to keep your home safe,
Go ahead and drop them in
Yeah,
the comments.
let us know.
Yeah. And Merry Christmas, everyone.